Greenville, Tennessee, on July 23, 2025, the Honorable Clifton L. Corker, United States District Judge in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Tennessee at Greenville sentenced Monica D. Schurer, 59, of Jonesboro, Tennessee, and Teresa D. Schurer, 59, of Jonesboro, Tennessee, each to a term of imprisonment of 8 months and a $10,000 fine. Following their terms of imprisonment, each will be required to serve a term of supervised release of 3 years. As part of the plea agreement filed with the court, each defendant pled guilty to conspiracy to commit honest services wire fraud in violation of 18 U.S.C. Sections 1343, 1346, and 1349. According to court records, the defendants, who are twin sisters, were employees of the VA Medical Center in Mountain Home, Tennessee. Each took cash bribes from surgical sales representatives, Eric S. Smith, and Landon Chester, that enabled Smith and Chester to overbill the VA Medical Center, often for unnecessary medical items. Smith and Chester previously pled guilty to conspiracy to commit honest services mail fraud and bribery in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 371. According to court records, the bribes took the form of cash-stuffed envelopes and a promised ownership interest upon retirement in a Virginia limited liability company, Four Corners Medical Supply and Equipment LLC, Four Corners. Four Corners had become a VA vendor with the cooperation of Teresa Schurer. In exchange for the bribes, the Schurers consciously permitted a substantial fraud against the VA, used a VA computer to set up Four Corners in the government's payment system, hid and concealed their arrangement by making false disclosures on their Office of Government Ethics Forms 450, alerted Smith and Chester when their VA supervisor began asking questions, and provided other assistance to Smith and Chester not generally available to VA vendors. Monica Schurer also issued a letter purportedly from the VA Medical Center to try to thwart the investigation. As part of their sentence, the court also ordered each defendant to make individual restitution to the VA in the amount of $213,154.50. The sentences follow Smith's sentencing on July 16, 2023. Judge Corker sentenced Smith to serve a year and a day in the Bureau of Prisons to be followed by a 3-year term of supervised release. Smith paid court-ordered restitution in the amount of $120,433.45 prior to sentencing. In addition to restitution, Smith and Chester also agreed to forfeit the sum of $185,422.10 that was seized by the United States as part of the investigation. Chester will be the final participant to be sentenced, and his sentencing hearing is set for August 5, 2025, at 10 a.m. Between agreed restitution in all participants' plea agreements and forfeited bank accounts, the United States will recover $852,598. Our nation has a solemn obligation to care for our veterans, said U.S. Attorney Francis M. Hamilton III.